during the competition, and please sit at the seats that we already allocated to you. I can see 4 or 6 people sitting together. This is not allowed in the theater. So please sit at the seats that they were allocated to you. This is for COVID purposes. Thank you very much. Μιλώ. Όπου υπάρχει μαύρη κορδέλα πάνω στη θέση, σημαίνει ότι απαγορεύεται να καθίσετε. Wherever is a black stripe on the seat, you are not allowed to sit. So please use your located seat.
Okay. Kalispera. Hello, everybody. Nice to have all of you here, making a trip from far to be in a beautiful Limassol. I want to thank everybody also to be on time, which is nice, which is very nice for the candidates also. It's nice to show respect to them because they have worked very hard to be here and to do all the tests and suffer the competition. I want to say thank you to some people, but first I want to thank Georgios Kassianos, who's sitting here. Please, Georgios. I said it already sometimes this week, but they made a miracle happen during pandemic to have a competition who was 2 times postponed, make it work. Georgios, chapeau. Very nice. Thank you. I'm going to keep it brief. I want to thank also all the partners, the ASI partners who are here. I will meet tonight also the partners of the hosting country. Thank you so much for supporting the event. Without you, it would not be possible to organize it. Thank you. Please give a big applause. I want to thank also the technical committee who are waiting here behind the curtain for the tremendous work they did. It was a very smooth competition. I think the candidates, okay, they said it was fantastic. It was nice to be together. It was challenging. A lot of things were very positive, and they know if they didn't reach the semi-finals, they know more or less why. It's good. All the semi-finalists are on YouTube. You can watch it on the YouTube channel of ASI, which is very nice also. And now I just want to present the Grand Sommelier, Mr. Andreas Larsson, Best Sommelier of the World 2007, who's the Master of Ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, William. Thank you, William. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are in for a great time here. We should start by just the rules you're already instructed of keeping distance and so forth. The first 2 rows are reserved for the candidates, so you're not allowed to go here and take photos in front of the stage and so forth. You can film from your seats. We will try to make this a good show, so I think we should call all candidates on stage. And a big hand for all the candidates that did a tremendous work. Squeeze together a bit. Sorry, let me through. Okay, what we will do now, I will start to introduce the quarterfinalists, and when I announce your name, you'll take a step forward. So the quarterfinalists from Albania, Bujar Yuri Tukuli. From Belgium, Tom Levin. Croatia, Sinisa Lasan. From Cyprus, Andreas Kyprianou. From Finland, Taneli Lettonen. From France, Benjamin Rouffet. From Greece, Alexandros Bousikas. From Iceland, Daniel Stojcik. No, sorry, I need reading glasses. From Iceland, Manuel Schembri. Sorry, it's the light. Ireland, Daniel Stojcik. From Latvia, Nikita Sachivenkus. Lithuania, Martinas Pravilovis. From Monaco, Bruno Scavo. From the Netherlands, Adrian Visser. From Norway, Henrik Dahl Jansen. From Poland, Kamil Wojtaszak. From Portugal, Karin Patriciu. From Romania, Adrian Gipa. From Slovakia, Patricia Basova. From Spain, John Andoni Rementeira Echandia. From Sweden, Ellen Franzén. From Ukraine, Marina Revkova. And last but not least, this is not only the best sommelier of Europe anymore, it's the best sommelier of Europe and Africa. Unfortunately, some African countries, it was a bit difficult getting here, but someone who really put a lot of efforts in coming here, all the way from Zimbabwe. A big hand for Twanda Marume. Okay, we will now ask the quarterfinalists to leave the stage, please. A big hand for the quarterfinalists. So what we are going to do now, we should first and foremost give a big hand to the semi-finalists on stage. To go already to be here, it's a tough competition and they made a tremendous work. But this is a competition, so now it's time to announce the finalists. And we will do this in a quite mean way, but a rather fun way as well. So this is, when we call your name, that means you are not in the final, and we will ask you to leave the stage. Are you ready? Not nervous? You're all cool, relaxed, and... Okay, first person to... And this is not in any order. You will have your placements later. This is a random order when you leave the stage. From Estonia, Ketri Leis. From South Africa, Joe Wessels. From Germany, Maximilian Wilm. These guys really hate me now. These are not my decisions, but, you know, trying to be funny here. You absolutely don't care about what I'm saying, so you can hate me, that's fine. From the UK, Erik Swiebel. From the Czech Republic, Jakub Pribyl. Two to go. This is really mean. From Russia, Roman Sosnovsky. And the last person to leave the stage, Reza Nahabu, Switzerland. So, again, a very big hand for these finalists. We have from Austria, Suvad Slatic. From Denmark, Nina Jensen. And from Italy, Salvatore Castano. Take off your things now. Yeah. Yeah, you're here. Yeah. You're here to work. So I will continue to torture you a little bit. Big congratulations to the three of you. You're really the pinnacle of this competition. And all quarterfinalists, all semifinalists, you did a great job. But, you know, this is a competition. Nina, for you, it's not the first time in a...
No, it's actually my first time in, oh sorry, microphone, you know. It's actually the first time for Europe's, but I had the pleasure of competing in Antwerp for the Worlds, where I also actually tagged along in the finals. So really pleased to be here.
And Suvi from Österreich, are you happy?
Yes, more than happy, and big congratulations to all the candidates. It is really an amazing journey, and it was really hard to focus because it's looking like holiday here in Cyprus. Thank you to being here, your guest. And
this is your first international final?
This is my first international final, and I'm really enjoying it now, and it will be a great day for sure. Thank you, Mr. Larsson.
Salvatore, come vai?
Bene.
Well, you should say. This is also your first time in international competition?
Yes.
In international final, sorry.
It's first, so first of everything.
You didn't compete in
yes,
Europe before?
No, in Europe, never. Yes.
So what did you do until now? Italy?
Yeah, Italy. I did the Scendero Tisser in UK, and yeah, that's it. So now we'll just draw your order of passage. If it says number 1 here, doesn't mean that you won, because you have to do some work first. Ladies first.
Okay, middle always.
The right one.
So this is the order of passage. Who will start on stage? 2, 3, and 1. That's great. A big hand for the candidates. We will ask you to go... Juliette will take you backstage now. We will put mics on you, and soon we'll be ready for a great show. We can open the curtains, please. I will present our eminent jury. From Argentina, Paz Levinson, Best Sommelier of the Americas 2015. From France, Olivier Poussier, Best Sommelier of the World 2000. From Germany, Marcos del Monego, Best Sommelier of the World 1998. From Morocco, Michel Chanton, Vice President for the Sommelier in Africa and Middle East. Heidi Mäkinen, Master of Wine, President of the Finnish Sommelier Association. Véronique Révé, Vice Champion in the World 2013 from Canada. From Poland, Piotr Kamecki, Vice President of the Sommelier in Europe. From Alsace, France, Serge Dubs, Best Sommelier of Europe 88 and Best Sommelier of the World in 1989. Our precious timekeeper from the Cyprus Sommelier Association, Vasos Manoli. And a special big hand, I didn't forget you, so if you got upset here. A big hand for the current European champion from Latvia, Raimonds Thompsons. Ils vont backstage. So we're waiting for some getting the candidates ready and take them backstage and so forth. But I should, the president of the technical committee, Olivier Poussier, maybe Olivier, you would like to say a few words about the level of this competition and how have you seen the...
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome everybody. What we decided to do in this competition with all the technical committee, it was really to make the best competition as possible. And we decided really, all the tasks we decided to do for the quarterfinal, for the semi-final, for the final, it was for the sommelier professional. What we expected, what we asked to the sommelier is to be in a situation working restaurant. That's very important. So that during the quarterfinal, the semi-final and the final is what we want to do. Thank you so much.
So, if everyone is ready, we are ready to start with candidate number 1. Welcome on stage. Welcome on stage. I will be your MC. I will give you instructions. I will be clear, I hope. And as I usually say, listen to the instructions and you will do a great job. We will start over here. I'll hand you this. Please have a look at the bar menu and check the mise en place. Please recommend and serve 1 cocktail from the menu to all the 3 guests. Everything you need is over there on your mise en place, and you will have 4 minutes to do this. Okay. I will repeat.
Yes, please.
Please have a look at the bar menu and check the mise en place. Then please recommend and serve 1 cocktail from the menu to all the 3 guests. Everything you need is there. You have 4 minutes.
Perfect.
Starting now.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Welcome. How are you tonight? Well, I'm Salvatore. I will be your sommelier for tonight, and I will suggest you an amazing cocktail. Just give me 1 second. I need to talk with my colleague. Thanks. So I would like to suggest you a nice aperitif, a nice port tonic, which is made with white port and tonic water, very refreshing to start your dinner, or even a nice cognac tonic, which is a bit more intense, but very easy going thanks to the bubbling and the freshness of the tonic.
Thank you very much, but thank you very much, but we would like to have a cocktail, not a long drink.
Perfect. So in this case, I'll have a look again. Thanks. Yes, I would suggest a nice champagne cocktail, if you don't mind. Yeah, perfect.
Very good idea.
Thank you so much. So champagne cocktail is very refreshing. It's something that you do with a glass of champagne, a cube of sugar, and a drop of, a teaspoon of cognac and a drop of Angostura bitter on the cube of, the sugar. On the sugar. Perfect. And we put just a drop of Angostura bitter. Perfect. And then the teaspoon of cognac, which is a Maxim Triol. So in this case I use this. And the champagne, of course. We need to actually dissolve this, but whatever. This is very, very refreshing, very easygoing for an aperitif, and of course we will serve you some little canapés with it, just to complement the freshness of the champagne. There we go. There you are, madam. And this is for you. Thank you very much. I hope you will enjoy it. And I'm trying to be the best cocktail maker, but at the moment I'm working on it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That looks delicious. I want one too.
I'll do another one.
I still want from one of the guys. Put it here. Now we would like you to make a full organoleptic tasting of this wine. You will have 4 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay, we start now.
Perfect. So wine number one is a red wine. It's clear, bright. There's a light ruby color feeding up to garnet trims. There is Well, the viscosity is high, and the wine is showing some evolution at the nose. The wine is clean, intense, and youthful. So, well, sorry, developing. Here we start with some red fruit aromas, some strawberry, raspberry, some cranberry. There's some wild strawberries, and then this touch of rose petals, some violet floral notes, dry in style. There's some earthy notes of mushroom, truffle. There's some soury herbs aromas, so it's indicating some aging. And then this touch of balsamic, oxidative notes. There's some leather, some old leather, old tobacco, chocolate. And then I believe there is some oak involved in the wine. Probably a large barrel. You can feel some cloves, nutmeg. But we'll confirm it at the palate. At the palate, the wine is dry, elevated body. Moderate acidity, elevated alcohol, high tannins. The wine is balanced, harmonious. It's a great quality wine with a great complexity and a long finish. And again, you can feel this red fruit aromas of red cherry, strawberry, raspberry, touch of mulberry as well, and then this dry violet and rose petal floral notes. You can feel some rosemary, sage, thyme, this some old leather, chocolate, some coffee, and I believe there is some oak involved in the wine. It's probably a large old botti from Italy. You can feel some cloves and nutmeg. I think this is a Nebbiolo from Italy, from Piemonte, from Barbaresco Reserva di OCG 2014, and I will drink this wine now or in 10 years' time to a temperature of 17-18 degrees Celsius. I will not decant the wine. I will just serve in a glass like this, a large balloon from Chef Sommelier glass, and I will pair it with a nice risotto with porcini mushroom and truffle, just to recall this earthy notes of the wine, of the truffle and the mushroom. And of course, the alcohol level of the wine will clean up your palate from the creaminess of the risotto due to the butter involved in the wine. As a cheese, I will go for a nice Parmigiano Reggiano 36 months due to the intensity of the wine and the intensity of the cheese, and due to the great, the slightly sweetness of the wine and the saltiness of the cheese. It will be a great pairing. As a vegan dish, I will go for some grilled tofu served with some chanterelle mushroom. Just to recall again this earthy notes of the wine, served with some glazed. With some shaved truffle on top, again recalling this earthy notes. There is obviously the freshness of the wine will help you with the creaminess of the dish. We will be serving some extra virgin olive oil on top of the dish, just to give some extra texture and to, of course, give some oily consistency to the wine, to the dish, just to pair the freshness of the wine and the intensity of the wine. Is
Was it a good wine?
It was, yes. Very good quality.
We'll know later what it is. This table of 6, they have chosen a classic Sommelier for dinner. They would like a great bottle of red wine with it. Could you please choose, decant, and serve them the best choice from your cellar?
Could you repeat, please?
Yeah. You will have 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
I repeat
Okay.
one more time. This table of 6 are having a classic Sommelier for dinner. They would like a great bottle of red wine. Please choose, decant, and serve them the best choice from your cellar. You have 7 minutes.
Perfect.
Starting now.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Welcome to our restaurant. My name is Salvatore. I will be your sommelier for tonight. And I know you already choose, well, you have already a Sommelier. What I would like to suggest to you is a wonderful Masla Plana from Torres, and I will go through the pairing with during the decantation, if you don't mind. Thank you so much. And can I ask you who is the host?
I am.
Perfect. Well, I'm very happy that you choose our restaurant, and I hope you will have a wonderful time today. There we go. All right. So I will stay just a bit far away from the table because I don't have much space. Here you are, sir. This is the Masla Plana 2007. It's 100% Cabernet Sauvignon from Penedès, and this is one of my favorite producers. I'll decant it for you. Thank you. So I chose this wine over the over the wines that I had on the list, just because it's an aged wine. So it's a 2007. It's a wine that, of course, with age, as you know, red wine became slightly less, they lose a bit of body, a bit of powerful, and that's why the reason. Unfortunately, the other wines were quite powerful and young, so the tannin of the wines, we will not go really well with the oily, the fish oil. They will give you a very bad taste at the palate, quite irony. So this wine, of course, they changed the label, they changed the name in 1989. Before it was called Etichetta Negra Gran Corona. And do you mind if I try the wine, sir? Thank you so much. Oh, the wine smells lovely. I think it's going to be a very nice choice. As I presume, the wine is very elegant, and the body is not, it's not a full body wine at the moment. So with the aging, it changed completely. The tannins are very elegant, very subtle. Just that's what you need for the fish. You don't need something very tannic, because otherwise it would be very, very unpleasant. Okay. There you are, sir. This is the cork for you, just in case. Fine, thank you. So, of course, as you know, the Sommelier is very lemony. So you need something fresh. That's why I gave you this wine and something quite citrusy as well. So the wine recalled some citrusy aromas with the aging, and it will go really well, in my opinion. But after you tell me your opinion, of course. Well, Torres is the only producer right now that is investing on ancestral grapes in Spain. There is grapes like Forcada for the white and the Garot, Querol for the reds. They are doing an incredible job. I've been there, and the place is stunning. And of course, with the climate changing, they are one of the biggest game changer. Would you like to keep the corks?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much. So I'm gonna leave the bottle on the table, if you don't mind.
As you wish.
Just because I think you need to take some picture and post it on the social media, so your friends will be very happy. And yes, if you, of course, I hope you will enjoy your dinner, your pairing. I will be here for you, and please let me know if something is wrong. I will change it immediately. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you. If you want, actually, after this wine, if you're still going to have some wine, I would like to pair some cheese with it, maybe a nice manchego cheese from the same country. Due to the freshness of the wine and the creaminess of the cheese, and due to the intensity of the wine that will we will complement the intensity of the cheese. Thank you very much. Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's important to drink water when you work, and we taste a lot of wine.
And it's quite warm, so it's better being hydrated.
There's some more nice wines waiting for you. We would ask you to identify these 5 wines and put them in order from the driest to the sweetest. You will have 4 minutes for this. Yes. We ask you to be clear when you say number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth.
Which one is number 1? The one on top? Or?
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
I haven't underneath, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just be clear when you pronounce the number of the wine.
Sorry if I asked.
I will repeat.
Yes, thanks.
Please identify these 5 wines and put them in order from the driest to the sweetest. You have 4 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, so sample number 1 is a Passito di Pantelleria from Italy, Zibibbo grapes, Sicily. Sample number 2 is Coteau du Layon, is from Loire Valley, Chenin Blanc, probably from 2019. And sample number 1 is from France. Sample number 1 is from 2014. Sample number 5 is a Riesling from Mosel. It's an Auslese level, Germany, 2015. Sample number 4 is a Tokai from Hungary. Is a Furmint, based on Furmint from 2009. Well, sample number 3, I would say Montbazillac from France, from Muscadel grapes. So the sweetest would be the number 1. The fourth would be, okay, so driest to sweetest. So the driest is number 3 is the driest. Number 5 after. Number 2, number 4, and number 1. So driest to sweetest. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you. Not easy.
It's nice with some sweetness, huh? You get the
yes.
energy.
Yeah.
Drink in moderation.
If you're not diabetic, yeah.
No, sure. Well, we have another challenge for you. Now, we would like you to create a 4-course menu with 4 of these 5 wines. You will have 4 minutes to do this.
Any style, just all sweet, only I can do whatever I want.
Please create a 4-course menu with 4 of these 5 wines. You have 4 minutes.
Perfect.
Starting now.
Thank you so much. So I will start with sample number 5, which is a Riesling. I will pair it with something very refreshing. Due to the obviously the freshness, the limey notes, and the intensity of the wine, I will go for a nice quinoa salad with goat cheese served with some lemon zest. Just to recall the lemony notes of the wine, and definitely the freshness of the wine will clean up your palate from the creamy fattiness of the dish. And I will add some espelette pepper just to add some extra spices to the dish due to the sweetness of the wine. With sample number 4, again, we have a lot of candied fruit aromas, so I will go probably for, again, a great alcohol level and, of course, a good level of sweetness. I will go for something still quite spicy, nice, probably a nice curry, chicken curry, served with some rice, spiced rice, and some spiced hazelnuts on top. Again, a lot of sweetness that will clean up your palate from the spiciness of the dish, and definitely the right body that will complement the texture of the dish. Sample number 2, again, a lot of sweetness, a lot of great lemony character, and a lot of freshness. So here we go for some scallops, some roasted scallops served with some lemon, some zest of lemon to recall the flavor of the wine, some toasted bread served with lemon jelly, again to give some sweetness to the dish, just to complement the sweetness of the wine. And the great freshness and the acidity of the wine will clean up your palate from the fattiness of the dish. Last one will be number 1. which in my opinion, I would go for a wonderful cassata siciliana from Sicily. Due to the great candied fruits aromas that the wine has, they will recall this apricot, dry fruits aromas, some hazelnuts, pistachio, which is very Sicilian. So the cassata siciliana will be very creamy and well, a great texture dish. Very intense. We recall these candied fruits, this apricot, and this, of course, is a ricotta dessert, sweet. So the sweetness will complement the sweetness of the wine, and the intensity of this wine and the complexity of this wine will complement the complexity of the dish. After this, I would probably suggest a nice coffee, a nice geisha coffee from Panama, one of the most expensive in the world, to be joined by a Casteret de Bassarmagnac, 1979, to be paired with a Cigar Siglo Sesto from Coiba from Cuba, and the great smokiness of the cigar. So the smokiness and the intensity of the Armagnac will complement the smokiness and the intensity of the cigar. Actually, I forgot to add an aperitif. I would like to go for a nice non-vintage Santo sparkling wine from Santorini, Assyrtiko grapes. Thank you so much.
Speaking about food and wine, I think we're all getting hungry now, so I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. Now, we would like you to identify these 3 beverages. You will have 1.5 minutes for this, 90 seconds.
Thank you so much. It's fine.
Okay. 90 seconds to identify these 3 beverages. 90 seconds starting now.
Thank you. Okay, so sample number 3, I think is a Galliano from Italy. Is based on a Strega based on saffron and herbs and spices. Sample number 1, I think is Green Fairy absinthe from herbs and spices from France. Sample number 2 is based on herbs and spices as well.
I have one question for you now, just one question, you can reply. Could you specify the period of production for Chartreuse from Tarragona?
The period.
I will repeat.
Yes.
Can you specify the period of production for Chartreuse from Tarragona?
Of course. So it was from 1903 till 1989.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
And now we can ask you to display the wine list, please. I will give you one wine list, but it's also displayed on the screen. And of course, I will ask you in the crowd, even if you know this, you don't say anything, please. This is his job to do. So you will have, this is your list.
Yes.
You can face that way. And please mention and correct the mistakes on this wine list. You have 4 minutes.
Perfect.
Starting now.
Thank you so much. So Jacques Sellos doesn't produce Le Béguin. Agrapart, Venus, Brut Nature. Venus is not Brut Nature, but is Brut. Krug, La Grande Cuvée, 174 edition. Grand Cuvée 1979. So the last Grand Cuvée, 1974, no, 168, I think. Area of Phelan, Sussex. Area of Phelan is not from Sussex, but it's from Canada. Recaredo, Enoteca Reserva. Enoteca is not from Recaredo, but it's from Gramona. Krug, La Grande Cuvée, 174, has not been released yet. Peter Laurent Riesling, Coupe, Fass, 18, Corsica, Vash, 2013, Peter Laurent, Coupe, Brown Coupe, Fass. Tenuta alle Macchiole, Paleo, 2019. Paleo 2019, I don't think has been released yet. Okay, yeah, I don't think has been released yet. Doman Georges Vernet, Les Pieds de Samson, Condrieu, that's correct. Maria, Muster, de Cantal, Muster. Muster is not from Pinot Noir Baden. Herman Wimmer, Pinot Noir 2009 Baden. Henri Germain, Claude Mouche. Claude Mouche is not produced by Henri Germain. Well, I'm sorry. Claude Mouche is not in Meursault, but is in Bonn. Doman Bruno Lorenzon, Claude Schell, Martin Premier Cru, Cube Carlin, 2010, Bruno Lorenzon. Borlotto Cannubi 2010, Borlotto Cannubi. The Sadi family Palladius, Swartland, that's correct. Montevertine, Le Pergole Torte, 2005. Pergole Torte, that's correct. Chio San John Commanderia, 1984. Chio San John Commanderia, 1984. Should be correct. So Palladius is actually, from Sadi family, is actually a white wine. Based on, should be based on Chenin Blanc, if I'm not wrong. There is other grapes added into it. E Burlotto Cannubi. Barolo. I know Burlotto is from Verduno, but I think he produced some Cannubi. I believe so. Pinot Noir. Muster. Orient Sepp Muster. Time.
You wanted to, what the best thing is for you now?
Relax.
You are done. You can go and sit in the crowd and enjoy the show. Salvatore Castano, Italy.
I need to take the microphone.
Yeah, they do it. Take the mic off. second candidate in a minute.
In 2 minutes we start. Please have a seat. Please take your seats, please. Thank you.
Big hand for Nina Jensen from Denmark.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm here. I'm
You
thrilled.
you look happy.
Yeah, I indeed am, and thank you for the opportunity.
And I think that's what you should be when you work, have fun. So I'm going to instruct you a little bit this afternoon what to do, and as I usually say, relax, have fun, and listen to the instructions.
Thank you.
We start over here. Please have a look at this menu I will give you, this bar menu, and check the mise en place. Please recommend and serve one cocktail from the menu to the 3 guests. Everything you need is there. You will have 4 minutes.
May I get that once more?
Yes.
Thank you.
Please have a look at the bar menu and check the mise en place. Please recommend and serve one cocktail from the menu to all 3 guests. Everything you need is over there, and you have 4 minutes starting now.
Thank you. So, beautiful. So today we'll be doing a lovely champagne cocktail, which will involve champagne, of course. We have some of the finest, which indeed will only make the cocktail more pleasant. We have Dutz here, which is a champagne belonging to the Grand Mark designation, or club, you could say, which is then also founded in 1838. I'm just going to sample it to make sure, as we don't want cork in our cocktail equally to wine when we drink it on its own. Really, really wonderful. So in a champagne cocktail, we will start by actually dissolving a sugar cube with bitter and sometimes a tiny bit of water, which I think I will use today. And it's just a few dashes of bitter that we really are adding. Oh, sorry. And the Angostura is the bitter of choice here. And we could definitely also, actually I will change that, sorry. I'll be using dissolved sugar today to, as I can see you probably are longing for an aperitif. Yes, it is indeed sugar. Always good to double check. An equal amount to a sugar cube. And in a champagne cocktail, we will also use cognac. So cognac is based on grapes. And we have a VSOP cognac here. I'm going to add that first, 15 milliliters. And then we're going to be topping it off with champagne. So the champagne cocktail is an undying classic for a good reason, I think. We also, of course, always have bar snacks that are nicely matched to go alongside the champagne cocktail. And in this case, I would love to suggest a grilled zucchini that is coming with caviar, a little bit of halloumi cheese, really encapsulating both the slight sweetness that we find in this cocktail, but also absolutely offering the intensity that would be suitable. And I hope that you will be enjoying your champagne cocktail. Is there anything else that I can do for you today? There you go, my pleasure. How are you finding the champagne cocktail? Is it to your liking?
Refreshing.
Refreshing? Okay, yeah, it is indeed also a fresh style of champagne. I hope that you will be enjoying it as it is. Also lunchtime, it's maybe appropriate for it to be a little bit more on the fresh side. The champagne, as I mentioned, is Dutch. It will be coming from the Champagne district. Thank you.
Have some water, if you wish.
Absolutely, thank you.
Now we would like you to make a full organoleptic tasting of this wine. You will have 4 minutes.
Good. Thank you.
So 4 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. So the wine here in the glass, it is a ruby-colored red wine. In fact, it's fading out to a beginning garnet hue, which would indicate a maturing wine. The wine here is star bright, and we have a viscosity which is generous. There's no sediments and no CO2 in this wine. On the nose, the wine is clean. It has an elevated aroma intensity. It's really driven by a dried fruit spectrum. We find a lot of these red fruits. It's these cherries, wild strawberries, also an herbaceous character in form of a herbal character rather, in form of this dried sage. We find forest floor, a baked clay minerality. It's a highly complex wine that also offers a slight amount of VA, which is very suitable for this wine, increasing the complexity in it, but also still this oak bark, a little bit of cedarwood and spices. It is a wine which is developing and has been aged in large format oak barrels. On the palate, the wine is clean, it's bone dry, we have a high level of acidity, but they're extremely well integrated with the rest of the wine, finely grained and ripe. Here we also have a wine which is full-bodied, but a little bit of a creamy texture. The flavor profile really much mirrors the ones we found from the nose. So it's still dominated by this fruit spectrum, but it's of dried character mostly. Wild cherries, a little bit of red plums, as well as dried strawberry, wild raspberry, alongside this balsamic nuance. It's still balsamico, but also raw mushrooms. The forest floor is prevailing, as well as this baked clay minerality, which is really, really interesting. It has a long finish where we find a kind of the minerality really lingering in the wine, and the wine is intense. We have a complex wine here in the glass that is coming from a Mediterranean climate. It is a developing wine that has been aged in large format oak barrels for a prolonged time. The quality of this wine is high. We really have an excellent balance between the structural elements in the wine, which is the tannins and the acidity, alongside the fruit intensity that gives us kind of a sweet fruit condition on the mid-palate, which is really, really suitable when we deal with a wine this dry. It is a wine that tastes extremely good as it is in the glass today, but I think it could definitely also age, seeing as it has this beautiful intensity and the structure as well. So we could age this without question for 10 years more and still be really happy touching more on these tertiary nuances that is also very suitable for a wine with this type of structure and this type of acidity. If served today, I think we should decant it prior to serving for 1 to 2 hours in a large mirror carafe. That way we're really going to be able to let the wine express at its fullest potential, and at the same time also just let it open up. It should be served in a large couped glass to really enjoy the elegance of it and the aromatic character. It is frankly quite aromatic. It would go beautiful together with earthy dishes. It could be something like mushroom risotto. It has with fresh barrow mushrooms that are stirred alongside truffle on the top. We could also go more in the direction of something lighter. It could be something like the Tonato, classic from the region I believe it's coming from, with the keepers on the top. This is a wine that is coming from Italy. It's Piedmont, I think I revealed that. And it is a Nebbiolo-based wine. wine. We have an age range here which is between 6 and 8 years. I'm going to put this in 2013 vintage, a vintage that is drinking real well right now. And that is also what we find here in the glass of wine that is just showing beautiful. It has a really versatile way of being used, but I would definitely say you can use it a little bit longer inside a meal. You could use it right before a more heavy style of red wine, for instance, a Cabernet-based red wine, but you could also use it in comparison with these more tannic styles of Pinot Noir, for instance, which would be really, really an interesting comparison. It is a wine that is extremely classic and traditional in its way of expressing itself, and is definitely also something that I think is really widely appealing because despite being dry, we find this extremely interesting fruit touch on the mid-palate, which is harmonizing with the tannin level.
You all speak about food and wine all the time. I'm not having lunch, I'm not having anything to drink, I'm getting jealous here. This table of 6, they are having classic Sommelier for dinner. They would like a great bottle of red wine. Could you please choose, decant, and serve them the best choice from your cellar? You will have 7 minutes for this.
Thank you.
Like me to repeat?
No, it's okay. Thank you very much.
7 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Nina. I have the pleasure of being a sommelier today. May I ask who has been ordering the wine today?
Hi.
Thank you very much. So, you are enjoying a Sommelier today, a powerful but still fish-based dish that has these truffles in it. It is made Wellington style, and we have the sole inside this Wellington dough. And then it comes with this really, really intense sauce and truffles on the top. So, we have a nice selection of red wines. I hope that could be of interest to you. Yeah? Excellent. Of the choices we have a Finalist, very elegant Bordeaux, but I would actually recommend to go with a Masla Plana. It is a wine that has come from Catalonia, Spain. It's Cabernet-based, as the Finalist would be, but it has a little bit more age. Here we are with a 2007 vintage that really is able to capture the truffle on the dish, but as well also be mellowing out the tannin so we don't overpower the fish. Would that be something you would like?
As you wish.
Thank you. So since you are happy with that suggestion, we're going to be serving it in Chiffon Sommelier Bordeaux glasses, being a Cabernet-based wine. That is really where we can gather the texture best, but also promote the structure, which is, I would say, the winning point of this wine. Thank you. And here we are with the Masla Plana from Finalist. It's made by the Torres family. Really a family that is looking towards the future, trying to make wine more green, and as well also thinking about how we can neutralize our carbon footprint, not only in terms of when it comes to the transportation, but actually throughout the entire winemaking process. And they are really far with that, in fact. I would say some of the farthest developing in the world. Would it be okay for you if I sample the wine? Excellent. So with Masla Plana, Torres really broke new ground of using international varietals in an area otherwise no more for Cava. And they're doing such a tremendous job. These are really age-worthy wines that I think you will also find upon trying them. So I hope. Beautiful. So just rinsing the carafe to make sure the wine expresses itself at its fullest. Really, really beautiful. It's extremely gentle on the tannins, thanks to the aging, but at the same time you get this generous fruit profile in the wine. Really, really tagging along with this blue fruited character, quite exquisite and also of ripe character, which is, I think, even better when we speak about we have this slight amount of sweetness on the Sommelier itself. I think it's also very interesting always to toy around with doing red wine rather than white for fish. We don't have to be that locked in. I think that's really where we can try and see how our craft can be utilized to the fullest. And actually there is a little bit of sediment, so I'm going to cut it there. It's also expectable, I would say, with this type of age. And the cork. And the wine to sample for you. Thank you very much. So are you all happy with sticking with the Sommelier, or would you also perhaps like a vegetarian option to follow with the wine?
As you wish.
Well, in case of any of you would like to try something else, we have a very, very interesting grilled piece of cauliflower. This we serve together also with the truffle. You shouldn't miss out on that. And then a really intense soy sauce, which is aged. And I think here you really find the same kind of umami in the dish as we do in the wine. My pleasure. Would you like to have the remaining of the carafe on the table?
As you wish.
Then I think it is a really nice temperature that we're having, so we can definitely have it there. Also, it is a beautiful carafe, again from Chef and Sommelier. There you go. Would you like to keep the cork?
Yes.
Yes, indeed, thank you. Well, in case if there's anything else I can do for you, then please do let me know. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today. Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Now we would like you to identify these 5 wines and put them in order from the driest to the sweetest. You will have 4 minutes for this.
That I would like repeated, thank you.
Yes. You have the numbers, to be clear, underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And please be clear when you pronounce the numbers of the wines.
Thank you.
Please identify these 5 wines and put them in order from the driest to the sweetest. You have 4 minutes starting now.
Thank you. Wine number 1, it is coming from Cyprus. It's a Commanderia. It's based on Ginesteria 100%. And it is vintage 2013. Wine number 2, it's based on Muscat Petit Grain. And it is a wine which is coming from France. The vintage here is 2018. Wine number 5, it's a Riesling. It's a Riesling which is coming from Mosel. It's an Auslese, which is 2019. I'm a high quality producer. Both 3 and 4 are aged wines. Three is coming from Alsace. It is based on Pinot Gris. It's a Vendange Tardif, and it is vintage 2001. Number 4 is coming from France. It's for Loire. It's based on Chenin Blanc. It's coming from the vintage 1995. It's by Moulin Touché. and it is from Coteau de Leon to be more precise. The sweetest of these wines will be the Commanderia, so wine number 1. That is finishing out with wine number 3 being the second to sweetest, wine number 2 being, we do it in the other order, sorry. Number 5 is the driest wine. Number 4 is the second driest wine. And number 2 is the middle, so in between. Number 3 is the second most sweet wine, and number 1 would be the sweetest wine. Here we can really have a play on acidity. Because acidity and alcohol is going to make us believe a wine is not as sweet as it is. So really, we have some wines here that have vastly different acidity levels. And that means we can really have a hard time determining actually how sweet it is. But I think here we really need to look at the aftertaste of the wine, because that's really where it's going to reveal itself, the actual sweetness. The viscosity could also be a nice indicator. There we can be cheated again by alcohol, which also these wines have a real different range of. Again, something that would contrast the sweetness, making a wine appear more dry than it actually is. Number 2 is coming from South Africa, and it is a wine that is of the vintage 2017. It's from Cape Town. Age is also something that we can definitely talk about in relation to sweetness of wine. The more aged a wine will be, the technical sweetness is still there, so the sugar remains the same in the wine, but the more aged it is, it appears to our senses more and more dry. And that is actually something quite interesting, again, an interplay you can have. When speaking food of these wines, these are vastly different opportunities. Number 1, I would definitely pair with something like chocolate, so you'll have these same chocolatey flavors within the wine. Number 2 would go well with peach melba, something very aromatic and fruity. Number 3 is an excellent wine for cheese, having these, thank you.
We will stay here because now we would like you to create a 4-course menu with 4 of these 5 wines.
Oh.
You will have 4 minutes for this.
Thank you. Good. So our 4-course menu is going to start on the most acidic of the wines that we are absolutely able to, despite the sweetness, pair with fish. It will be wine number 5, which we have a rinsing acidity on. So something like a langoustine would go beautiful here, together with pickled pumpkin and an orange sauce. So here we really mirror some of the citrusy flavors in the wine. At the same time, we give the sweetness something to work with in form of both the pumpkin and the langoustine. Then we will be moving on to wine number 3, which is an interesting wine to have together with meat, because it has distinct earthy notes. So here I think we should do a poultry. We can do light poultry, we could do quail, stuffed with morels, and at the same time coming in with a sherry jus, because sherry has this slight oxidation that can be similar to the age in a wine. At the same time, we also give enough fat on the plate here to really match with the sweetness that the wine offers. Then we will be having cheese afterwards, and for that we will go with wine number 1. So wine number 1, it has oxidized, but it has a little bit elevated alcohol, and therefore we have a rinsing effect there from the fattiness of the cheese. At the same time, can really play with many different cheeses. I think a Stilton cheese would be excellent here, together with walnuts that are caramelized to really mirror the nutty flavors that the wine has here. At the same time, Stilton is strong, but the wine also has a great intensity. So these two are really going to be harmonizing each other, but also contrasting. The acidity in the wine, because it is in fact quite great, would be rinsing and lifting us forward, so we're not too full for dessert. And for dessert, we will be serving wine number 2, which is really, really aromatic. It's charming, it's fruit forward, and it's meant to go together with fruit dessert. So that's what we will be doing. I mentioned peach melba before, and that's because I really think it is a great match. The wine is quite exotic in its flavors, but it also has a lot of these peachy nuances. So we really mirror what is in the wine already, but at the same time we give a suitable sweetness level, because the wine is luscious. So the sweetness from the peach is going to interact with the sweetness from the wine and actually make the wine appear a little bit fresher. Not that it is not in balance, it absolutely is, but in the end of such a wonderful meal, I think it's nice to lift up both the plate and what is in the glass. If we should also throw in the fourth of the wine as a little extra treat on this menu, I think we should do it before wine number 3, so between wine number 5 and wine number 3. Here we should move to something which is kind of rich and dense and has a little bit of sweetness to tag along with the sweetness we also find in the wine. It could be having gone from langoustine into something even more dense, something like the Solvalesca would be wonderful for this wine as well. Here we have a powerful dish, but still not too powerful to come before the quail. So we really find enough fat to interact with the intensity of the wine. And also, again, these earthy notes, quite interesting with the truffle. Wines like these, it has so many opportunities of use, because I think the palates of the modern consumer today is maybe not so used to sweetness anymore, and therefore we kind of forget what it does as soon as we have food on the table. When we have sweetness, it really acts as a flavor enhancer, just as it does in any other case. So sweetness in the wine is really going to be able to make a dish unfold, and the dish is almost going to be swallowing the sweetness of the wine, so that the wine will appear fresher than when we just have it on its own. The temperatures of serving would be quite cold for wine number 5, it would be 6 degrees, while wine number 3 would be served a little bit warmer at 12 degrees. Number 1 would be served at 12 degrees as well, and number 2 would be served at 6 to 8 degrees Celsius. The glasses of choice here, I think, are really, really appropriate. Thank you. No, thank you. I can.
We have one more tasting exercise for you. We would like you to identify these 3 beverages. You will have 90 seconds for this, 1.5 minutes. I repeat.
Oh, that's okay.
90 seconds,
Okay.
starting now.
Thank you. Number 1 is green chartreuse. It has a ABV of 55. It's from France. It's a liquor. Number 2, it is also chartreuse, but it is the elixir version. It's from France. It's a liquor. Number 3 is an herbal liquor. It's coming from Spain. Possible also Switzerland. This is absinthe. Yeah, it is absinthe. And based on herbs. So all of these have, or many of these have secret recipes. We have a wide range of herbs. It's both ranging from chamomile to these a little bit more nutmeg and allspice type of herbs, as well as the greener herbs used. It's quite interesting to have the world of herbal liquors opened up this way. Definitely not something you often drink side by side. Thank you.
Now I just have one simple question for you. One question. Could you please specify the period of production for Chartreuse from Tarragona?
That I would like again, thank you.
Could you please specify the period of production for Chartreuse from Tarragona?
The period of production is ranging quite far back. We are lucky to be enjoying some quite matured chartreuses when we have these. It is ranging back from the middle of the 1900s. I would need to look it up to be 100% precise, but the middle of the 1900s.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we can show the wine list, please. I will give you one so you can face this way, doing it, speaking to the crowd. And we would like you to mention and correct the mistakes on this wine list. You will have 4 minutes for this.
Okay, thank you.
Ready?
Yes, indeed.
4 minutes starting now.
Thank you so much. We have champagne and sparkling wine. Les Chachlos is not the producer of Le Begin, but it is indeed an extra brut. The producer will be Closerie. Acapay Phil are producing Venus, Les Brut Nature. Quick Grand Cuvée, it's not released in the 174th edition. The most recent release would be 159th edition. So for white wine, the Tenuta Le Macchiole Paleo is actually not a white wine, and I'm not sure it's released yet in the 2019 vintage. We would need to move that to red wine, being one of the most famous Super Toscans. The Fleur de Sauvignon from Le Bay en Chilas also exists in the Vigne edition. For curiosity, really nice. Sepp Münster is not located in Kamptal. It's located in a different region of Austria. It's Buchenland. Red wine. Hermann Wiemer is not located in Baden. It's in fact located in New York State, USA. Henri Chamon, Clodimouche, Meursault. Henri Chamon is not a producer located in Burgundy. It's a producer located in Loire Valley. So we would need to find a different producer here. It would be Henri Bouillon, and it's a white wine, not a red. Palladios from the Sadi family is indeed a white wine, an excellent one, of a blend, many different varietals, but we need to move it up to the correct category. And KEO should be spelled with large letters for all three, seeing as it is a short. I think actually also technically Montevertine is called Il Pagole Torte, not Le Pagole Torte. If we should be correct, and I think we always should be. We could also in the champagnes perhaps add which area they're actually from. So the first would be, Jacques Loss would be Champagne, Acapulco would be Champagne, Cruc would be Champagne, while Henri Pellan would be a Sussex, as it states, and Calado would be from Cava or Copinat actually now. But not in 2004, would still be a Cava by then. And maybe also the country, so Cava is of course from Spain, while Sussex is in England. Domaine Le Bay is not a Côte du Jura. It's a different AOP. But nice selection of wine. It could definitely look like a great list to do by the glass, this one. Maybe we could add a little bit of more sweet wine in there if we wanted to. Commandaria is coming from Cyprus. It's coming from the Commandaria PDO and Lemessos. So aligned with the others, we would also add that. Should we be adding countries for all of the wines, which I think we always should, we would go for the white wine. The Saar, it's Germany. The Toscana would be Italy. The Labé would be France. The Chardonnay would be France. The Marie-Joseph Münster would be Austria. The Hermann Wiemer would be USA. The Clodimouche would be France. The Brulin Ruich would be France. The Barolo, Italy. Swartland, South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Line. Mange takk. You are done now, so you can actually, we take your mic off and then you can go and sit with your fellow candidates and enjoy the show. Thank you so much. Big hand for Nina Jensen. Yes.
past 1.5 years was really challenging for all of us. So it's kind also fresh up also all the contacts and also the inputs we will get. So it was a great start today. So my motivation is to get my knowledge better, sharper, and also we have the next contest in Cyprus and in France, so to be prepared and aware about all the tasks or small things which are important to have a great task.
For me, the ASI bootcamp is a great thing because we can meet before the competition. And then in Cyprus, that's going to be another story, of course. But no, it's great to meet before because, you know, I mean, for myself, I'm doing competition because I like it. And it's also to meet other people from other countries. It's not just like competing and winning. It's going to be the case in Cyprus, of course.
Of course, I have a dream. I guess every sommelier have a dream to become a best sommelier of the world. I guess it's normal, very normal dream, and my dream too.
It's always good when you meet people from other countries to learn what is their approach into other thinkings, or like into how they approach the wine description, the wine styles, even the wine pairings. Something totally different than maybe some other countries.
I think I love the everyday challenge, taking care of the guests, of course, in the restaurant, but also explore new wines, new regions. It's always more to explore. I think it's part of the beauty.
Bootcamp has helped a lot and is helping. I mean, the exposure to a lot of different wines, the exposure to, the approach to competition in an exam, and also bouncing off ideas with other sommeliers from other countries to learn about different cultures, different food, things that can come up in a competition. So it's very useful.
We have amazing tutors who give us how much knowledge they can. So that was very amazing 3 days for me. I learned a lot. First of all, the food wine pairing session was amazing with Soren Polonius. That was really something which was really interesting.
Take your seats, please. Παρακαλώ πάρτε τις θέσεις σας. Ευχαριστώ.
Well, everyone's ready, jury's ready, the crowd is ready. I think we're ready to welcome our third candidate from Austria, Herr Suvislatic. Herzlich willkommen. Alles gut?
Everything fine.
Yeah, well,
perfect.
You know, we will speak straight English now. You don't get extra point for speaking German or so.
Okay.
You don't get minus points for speaking German.
Okay, thank you very much.
Come with me.
Thank you.
We would like you to have a look at this bar menu and check the mise en place. Please recommend and serve one cocktail from the menu to all the 3 guests. Everything you need is over there. You will have 4 minutes for this.
Please repeat the task.
Please have a look at this bar menu and check the mise en place. Please recommend and serve one cocktail from the menu to all 3 guests. Everything you need is there, and your 4 minutes start now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sommelier. I'm your sommelier for this evening. Just let me have a look for the cocktails. Well, I will serve you a great Porto Tonic with the white port for you, if you...
That's a good idea, but we would like to have a cocktail, not a long drink.
Yes.
Thank you.
In this case, we would go for a great cognac tonic for you, as a long drink.
Sorry, but we still would like to have a cocktail and not a long drink.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. Perhaps you just prepare a
Thank
champagne
you.
cocktail for us?
Mm-hmm. Champagne cocktail, thank you. So we have fantastic champagne from Champagne Dutch from France, which is non-vintage, it's a brut. And we will serve it with a dash of cognac, so 2 centiliters cognac, with also a sugar cube, so, and 2 centiliters of cognac, which is coming from France. We also Maxime Triol. Very fine. Very important thing is that we put a dash of Angostura inside. Angostura bitter. So. And then the best at the end, which is a champagne. That is really great house, working with a lot of reserve champagnes. Lovely. You will enjoy it for sure. So this is really fantastic to start the evening. So, Mr. Delmonego. So, Monsieur Poussier. Well, champagne cocktail is one of the old classics to start the evening with it. It's really great to enjoy it. And I love it really because it has this fruitiness, slightly bitterness as well. And we'll just clean up. Thank you. so we have to take it away. So this beautiful cocktail is a great start.
Thank you very much. Come on, Nick. Have a sip of water if you wish to.
Yes. Thank you.
And for the next task, we will ask you to make a full organoleptic tasting of this wine. You will have 4 minutes.
Please, can you repeat?
Please make a full organoleptic tasting of this wine. You have 4 minutes, starting now.
Product number 1 is beautiful, shining garnet, ruby colored in the cork, slightly garnet on the rim, with the moderate intense. There are no sediments, no particles, no carbonation, and the viscosity is slightly elevated. At the nose, the wine is clean, the wine is developing, and with elevated intensity. And there are some red fruits, red currants, raspberries, all of them is on the ripe side, red cherries. It's beautiful, beautiful to smell it. And then there is some oak coming through, some earthy mineralities as well, so slightly earthiness when I'm going in the autumn through the forest, and then you smell it. It's beautiful. Then there is also some tobacco coming from the oak influence, definitely French oak influenced wine. And with beautiful organic earthy minerality. On the palate, the wine is clean, dry, with full body, high, crisp, elevated acidity, which is refreshing, mouth-watering, and has this nice, intense, which is beautiful, elevated as well. And the fruits are staying on the palate, but getting now juicy. Now we have red currant juice, red cherry juice. We have this beautiful raspberries as well. Perfect. There is still also these tobacco leaves and this wet forest floor, like the walk, as I said before, this organic minerality. And we have elevated tannins. We are quite slightly rustic, but it's still nice to drink. The alcohol is slightly elevated as well. The wine is developing with a huge, long finish. At the conclusion, this wine is still wine, which is elegant style wine, which is vinified in traditional vinification. It's a Sangiovese, 100%. Pardon? Nebbiolo. It's Nebbiolo, coming from Italy, from Piemonte, Barolo DOCG. This wine is beautiful to age as well, because the age range of this wine is 6 to 9 years. I would go for the vintage 2013. This wine you can at least age for the next 12 to 15 years. It's a good quality wine. This is a Barolo, which is produced by Aldo Conterno. And this wine you should serve at 16 to 18 degrees in beautiful burgundy glass to open up the flavors, to go forward with the fruit, and definitely needed also to be aerated, so to soften the tannins, to go forward with the complexity and the fruit of this wine. And definitely I would serve some great food with it. And as we are in Cyprus here, we have a fantastic old traditional dish which is called souvla. And this is a long-term charred lamb with some roasted Sotira potatoes, which are growing around here in Limassol in the Terra Rossa soils. So we have beautiful roasty flavors, which are doing very well with the tannins. Then we have this acidity, which is cutting to the fat, and the tannins will be softened by the richness of the dish. So you will really, really enjoy this wine. And maybe if you go for... Yes, Mr. Larsson.
We'll continue. This table of 6 are having classic Sommelier for dinner. They would like a great bottle of red wine. Please choose, decant, and serve them the best choice from your cellar. You will have 7 minutes for this.
Please, can you repeat the task?
This table of 6 are having a classic Sommelier for dinner. They would like a great bottle of red wine. Please choose, decant, and serve them the best choice from your cellar. You have 7 minutes, starting now.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Suvi. I'm your sommelier for this evening. Who would like to taste the wine?
I would like.
Thank you, Mr. Sorry for some sound. It was not really planned. So, now we have the beautiful Mas La Plana from Winery Torres, which is coming from Benedetto, Spain, 2007. Because of the dish, we have to take a wine with a ripeness, with ripe tannins, so you have a really nice... Okay, thank you very much. May I taste the wine for you, sir? Thank you. So, Torres is one of the most iconic wineries in the world. So this is really familiar, traditional, working with a lot of grapes, in a lot of terroirs. We have to do it gentle way. Yes. Sorry, the cork is broken. Some wines need more care. Thank you very much. In this case, I will leave the cork at the table. But if you like, I can show you.
As you wish.
As I wish. Thank you very much. So. Amazing choice. Thank you. Did you order some food already with the wine? Oh, pardon. You have such fantastic. So I was a little bit so excited about this amazing wine that I asked for the next course. But the evening is long, so we can decide maybe for a great steak afterwards. So there's some deposit upcoming. So Just to show you this is really amazing wine from Family Torres. Sir, may I remove the cork?
No.
No? Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you like the bottle on the table?
As you wish.
So, I put the bottle and the wine at the table. So you can, this is beautiful light shining down. As we are in Cyprus, and you have such a fantastic dinner with such an amazing wine, afterwards I would like to serve you a burekia, which is local puff pastry, filled with some cheese, with some honey, raisins, and figs. So, and what else can we serve to this amazing dish? Comandaria from Kiperunta, which is unfortified. 2014, that means lower alcohol, going very well with the cheese. So the acidity from the cheese is pushing up. Afterwards, for the ladies maybe, we can serve a great Filfar liqueur, which is orange liqueur based on grain spirits. For the gentlemen, maybe the benchmark brand, 5 Kings Brandy, XO from the Kio producer. And at the end, instead of chocolate, because we have a really great chocolate from Pralina experience, but I would serve you something fantastic, which is video. Oh, nice, something to drink.
You have more to drink. Have some water first, please.
Thank you, Mr. Larsson. I have to pay a large bill for water the last days. Take a breath and enjoy.
Okay. Now we would like you to please identify these 5 wines and put them in order from the driest to the sweetest. You will have 4 minutes for this. You see the numbers underneath the glasses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then can I put in order like this from left to, or I should put back on the same?
We start like this.
Okay.
Please be clear when you pronounce the names of the wines.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so the judges can hear. Please identify these 5 wines and put them in order from the driest to the sweetest. You have 4 minutes starting now.
Thank you. I will start with the number 3. Number 3 is a perfect golden color, beautiful shining. At the nose, these ripe flavors of exotic fruits, pineapple, mango, papaya. On the palate, this beautiful fresh acidity, aging notes like bread crust, some yeastiness, nuttiness as well, with a long finish. This is a wine which is still wine aged for a longer period. It's a 2010 Chardonnay coming from Spain, from Torres winery in the Penedès. It's a beautiful wine to pair it with some rich paella, and because of these intense flavors. And I would serve it 8 to 10 degrees in Burgundy glass to open up the flavor and go forward with the fruit. So the next one. I would go with number 5. So the driest is, in my case, wine number 3. The second driest, then wine number 5. It's beautiful, this peach, apricot, slightly kerosene. A hint of honey in the nose, but then fresh, crisp acidity, low alcohol, elegant cabinet style. It's with shorter finish. It's a Riesling coming from the Mosel region, from the winery J.J. Prim. It's 2019 vintage. I would serve it in sleeky glass to keep the flavors. I would serve some great king prawn in tempura with some chutney of pineapple and some red pepper. It will work beautiful with it. And 8 to 10 degrees. So the next one has these exotic flavors, which is Moscato style. We have this peachness, apricots, a lot of richness, sweet wine definitely, and longer finish. It's coming from Spain, from Torres producer. It's Moscato, and I would serve it 8 to 10 degrees in sleeky glass. I would serve some soft cheese, like a brie de meaux, with a little bit of chutney, pear chutney. And yes, the next one will be wine number 4. Which is also beautiful in the color. There has this pineapple, mango, papaya fruits, and the longer finish, and crisp acidity as well. And this is a Auslese from Österreich, Austria, Neusiedlersee, Winery Kracher, vintage 2018. I would serve it with some beautiful Kaiserschmarren, which is like pancakes with some raisins inside. And then the last one, dark brown color, intense flavors, candied fruits, raisins. I would full body, long finish.
We'll stay at this station because now we would like you to create a 4-course menu with 4 of these 5 wines. You will have 4 minutes for this.
Can you please repeat?
Please create a 4-course menu with 4 of these 5 wines. You have 4 minutes starting now.
Yes. I'm going for my wine number 2 to start the menu, which is Cabinet Riesling from the Mosel, as I called before. Then I'm going for the wine number 1, which is a richer Chardonnay style. And then I'm going for the wine number 4. And then I'm going for the wine number 5. So number 4 was the Bernauslese from Austria. And then we have the last, which is Commanderia. So first of all, we will start with the great dish, which is something king prawns with some chili on it, and with some mashed potatoes, because we have the slightly creaminess of the wine, we have the sweetness which will cover the spiciness, and the freshness will cut through to the egg white. It's beautiful to work together. For the second course, because we have autumn, I would go for a great dish which is with truffles, so homemade pasta with fresh white truffles, tuber magnatum pico, and creamy sauce. We have the creaminess, richness in the wine. We have these truffly flavors, and I would go for a slightly grilled filet of veal. So for the second course, and for the third course, I would go for a great halloumi cheese, lukewarm, like a pre-dessert, with some orange which are growing around Limassol here, like a chutney, so sweet part. We have this beautiful game between saltiness, sweetness, and acidity. And for the last one, we have a great Criollo, 100% Criollo cacao, getting just yesterday, and made by Pralina Experience. We have this choco mousse, chocolate mousse, with some fresh fruits, also some candied fruits beside, so to cover all these sweet aromas. And we have also, we will put some nuts also on this chocolate, because we have this nutty flavor in this wine. So you will have a full experience of freshness, richness, of nuttiness, and you have a 4-course menu, which is really beautiful to enjoy. Maybe before we start the menu, we serve some octopus carpaccio with some marinated with olive oil and some lemon, which is coming from Cyprus as well, and fresh herbs, and some Dutch champagne, non-vintage, just to start up with the menu. And for the end of the menu, after the dessert, we need a great coffee, which is Panama Geisha, freshly roasted. You can choose if you would like to have it served the old classical warm way, or we can make a cold brew on your table. That's up to you. And then we have some great brandy selection, which is coming from Kio, XO brandy, number 5. In this case, we can take HC Vanilla from Loel, slightly sweetened as well. Then you have a really nice experience. Maybe also some for going outside, because it's now in the evening, it's slightly chilled outside, to smoke a cigar and have a beautiful Monte Cristo number 4 and Cohiba Corona style for the milder version of it. And yes, at the end we have some great water selection as well. You can choose it by yourself. You can, if you like still or sparkling water, which is Acquapanna and San Pellegrino. It's up to you. We will definitely serve you. And
good stuff.
You like my menu?
No, I'm asking if the wines are,
okay.
good.
No, it's good. It's really nice here.
Yeah, it sounds like it. We have another tasting exercise for you now.
Yes.
We would like you to identify these 3 beverages. For this, you will have 90 seconds, 1.5 minutes.
Fast and furious. Can you please repeat?
The name of the game. Please identify these 3 beverages. You have 90 seconds, starting now.
This is beautiful pre-filling for the next World Championship in France. All 3 spirits are coming from France. This is liqueur. Number 3 is Chartreuse Jeune, which is herbal liqueur with, based on grapevine with a lot of herbs which are covered by the monks. This is like top secret and coming from France. The number 2 is Chartreuse Verte, which is green Chartreuse. It's slightly medium in alcohol if we compare it to the first one, because the first one is also Chartreuse Verte. It's Vielesme Exceptionnel Prolongé, VIP, with 69 alcohol volume. So number 2 and 3, both of them are herbal liqueurs coming from France, based on grape, and yeah, beautiful to drink. So after the rich menu before.
Well, I have a question for you now.
Yes.
Could you please specify the period of production for Chartreuse from Tarragona?
Please, can you repeat?
Could you please specify the period of production for Chartreuse from Tarragona?
I have to double check, but I think 3 years.
Sorry?
3 years.
Okay.
I'm not sure, so I have to double check it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We can show the wine list, please, on the screen. I will give you a wine list so you can face and speak to the crowd.
Okay.
Now we would like you to mention and correct the mistakes on this wine list. You will have 4 minutes for this. Can we get the list on the screen? Yeah, it's there. Okay, I will repeat once more.
Yes.
Could you please mention and correct the mistakes on this wine list? You have 4 minutes starting now.
Thank you very much. So, we have a beautiful wine list, which is with, we start with champagnes and sparkling. Jacques Sellos Le Béguin Extra Brut is not produced by Jacques Sellos Le Béguin. It's not his, not his wine. Agrapart and Fils Venus 2010. It's an extra Spartan Brut Nature. It's a Brut. Not Brut Nature. Krug La Grande Cuvée, 147 edition, 174 edition Brut. So the number is wrong. Henri of Bilhem, Cuvée Catherine Brut Sussex. Cuvée Catherine is not produced by Bilhem. Racquerdo Enoteca Reserva Particular 2004 Brut Nature. I leave it like this. White wine Peter Lauer Riesling Coupe Fass. Its coupe is too much, so it's Fass 18 just. It's not a grosses Gewächs. It's coming from the Mosel. Tenuta Le Macchiole Paleo, it's in the wrong side. It's a red wine coming from Tuscany. Domaine La Bête Fleur de Savagnin and Chasselet Côte d'Jura. Let's come later on for it. Domaine Georges Vernet Le Pied Samson Condrieu. Georges Vernet is not producing Condrieu. It's in the Loire Valley. Maria und Sepp Muster Erde 2018 Kamptal. Maria und Sepp Muster are in the Steiermark, not in Kamptal. Red wine Hermann Wimmer Pinot Noir Baden. Hermann Wimmer is not in Baden. Henry Germain Claude Mouchet Meursault. I will come later on. Then we have Montevetrine Le Pergole Torte 2005. It's not from Tuscany. It's not from Tuscany. The Sedi family Palladius 2016 Swartland. Sedi family is in Stellenbosch. And Kio St. John's Commanderia is not produced in 1984 as a vintage. It's a non-vintage Commanderia, and 84 is not produced by Kio. By the wine Henri Germain Claude de Mouchet, this vineyard is not in Meursault. Domaine Bruno Lorenzon Claude Champ-Martin Premier Cru Cuvée Caroline 2010 Roulis. There are no Premier Crus. There's not a Premier Cru there. I would like to correct by the Krug. It's everything right with the number, but this La Grande Cuvée, it's wrong. It's just Krug Grand Cuvée. This LA, it's too much.
Thank you very much, Suvi.
Thank you.
You're done now.
Yeah, thank you.
You can grab your favorite drink and go and have a seat with your fellow candidates.
Okay.
It's on me. And we will, big hand, Suvi Slatic from Austria. The jury will need some time to discuss and look through everything now, but in 5 to 10 minutes we will show you the beverages you had during the quarterfinals and semifinals and also the final. So have a just short break and we'll be back soon and show everyone what the candidates have been doing this week. candidates have been doing this week, from the quarterfinal to the semi-final to the final. We will reveal the wines and beverages they tried and what they did overall.
Remember to tell them what the task was, right?
Yeah.
Just to check the mise en place.
Yeah. I don't do all the details, but...
No, I know. But that one.
Yeah. So on the first day, the candidate, well, you're the candidates, you know what you did, but for the others, the candidates, they wrote a theoretical test, which is always quite difficult one, with 90 minutes for quite complicated questions. And I think we can show the first picture of what they tasted. First wine was Zoltán Demeter Kakas Fermint 2017 from Tokaj in Hungary, so a modern dry style of Tokaj. The second picture, it was a beverage identifying beverages. And the beverages, they were Fernando de Castilla Oloroso, so a mature Oloroso from Jerez in Spain. Metaxa, 12 stars, which means a 12-year-old Metaxa from Greece. And Ron Zacapa Centenario Solera Gran Reserva Especial, so from Zacapa is... I'm testing you, I didn't forget it all. You know, we all have our... Then we had a test, we can show the next one. The next test was about checking the mise en place, because you always have to verify what your colleagues are doing. And the clients ordered a bottle of Isusa Metarme Marateftico 2015 Magnum bottle. There were two different Magnums on the table to see if you could distinguish them. The other was Chakas Vambadka 2019. And then some things were missing on the table to check the mise en place. Then it was classic service. I can show the next pictures. This was a rather simple task of just serving in a quite short time. 2 minutes for a half bottle of champagne for 3 guests. Then we move on to the semi-final. The semi-final started with a task where you were supposed to serve a bottle of Condrieu from Yves Quiron. The problem was that there was no Condrieu in the fridge, and however, there were 3 other wines from Yves Quiron, Les Vignes d'à côté, Rosanne, Marsanne, and Syrah, so it was up to the candidates to make a choice of those and doing the full service task. Then, a really fun thing, it was a classic organoleptic tasting of this wine. However, this was a wine with very, very intense amounts of Brettanomyces, so we wanted to see if the candidates could spot that bloody, stinky Brettanomyces in here. The wine was Neyen Espiritu de Apalta, Colchaga, Chile. And then, could you advise your manager, who was Mr. Possier, whether you would buy this wine or not? Then we moved on to the next one, which was an identification of sparkling wines. And we also wanted to know the method of production for these sparkling wines. So we had a Charmat method, Sardetto, Rifosso, Prosecco, which was a Conegliano Valbiadene, Veneto, Italy. The Asti method, which was Malvasia di Castelnuovo Don Bosco, Piemonte, Italy. Then we had Méthode Rurale, which was Motzenbecker Sekt Chardonnay, 2016, from Palatinat, Pfalz, in Germany. And the traditional method, which was Champagne Dut Brut Classique. Then we also wanted to know how these worked with food pairing. And the food pairing was Louvi Mekuluki, black-eyed beans from Cyprus, a very classic Mediterranean dish. And then we had a beverage identification, next picture, which was all spirits and liqueurs flavored with anise. And these were Uso de Plumari from Greece, Chateau Kefraya, Arrak from Lebanon, and Luxardo Sambuca de Cesari, Italy. And, are you ready now? What they've been doing now, we started with a, thank you, Dejan is our hero. I introduced the jury already, but Dejan is really the man. He looks a bit like Agent 47, if you know the hitman. So the wine, I think all candidates were for Nebbiolo in Piemonte, so bravo already. Sottimano Barbaresco Pajoré 2018, Piemonte, Italy. Then the content service. Well, these were the wines to choose from. And we had Félon Ségur, 2 different vintages, 14 and 16. We had Stefano Gandolini, Cabernet Sauvignon from Chile, 2013, and the Maslaplana, 2007, that everyone actually chose this time. Then for the identification, these are placed now in order from the driest to the sweetest. So the driest was Charles Ours, Urola, Jurançon, 2017. Petit Mansin from southwestern France. The second driest was Charabertrand, Muscat de Rivesaltes, with 96 grams per liter. The first was 75 grams per liter. Third one was Jujus Prüm. I think some candidates named Prüm, actually. Villeneuve Sonnenur, Auslese, 2003 Mosel, which is between 80 to 85 grams. Then the fourth one was actually the Commandaria. Chacas Commandaria 2014 from Synesteri with some Mavro, 175 grams per liter. And the sweetest was the Royal Tokai, Chentamas Vineyard, Azu 6 Petonius, 191.3 grams per liter. Yes, oh, thank you. Will I get minus points for this? Yeah, well, I'm here to talk, not to count. Then for the beverage identification, 3 different Chartreuse. The first one is Chartreuse from 2021, so distillation 18. Second one is Chartreuse Voiron from 1991. And the third one, Tarragona from 1971. Do we have the wine list correction on screen too? Maybe you could do the wine list, Paz. You made a task. Tu te souviens? Oui, oui, oui. I don't know if we can...
Is it possible to put the wine list back up?
Yeah, not with the answers, of course.
So, very difficult task, but also wines that we love. Jacques Sellos, Les Béguines, so is a wrong producer, and is from La Closerie, Jérôme Prévost. Agrapa, Venus 2010 Brut Nature, it was correct. For Krug, not yet in the market, and is the 169th edition in the market.
Civilian.
Henry of Pelham, Cuvée Catherine Brut Sussex, so it's from Canada and Niagara Peninsula. And Recaredo, Enoteca Reserva Particular 2004 Brut Nature, no mistake in here, so it's correct. Peter Lauer, there was a spelling mistake in Coupe, so it's without the E. Tenuta Le Macchiole Paleo 2019 from Tuscany, it's a white Paleo, so it's correct. Domaine Labbé, Fleur de Savagnin, Onchalas 2018 is correct. And Domaine Georges Vernet, Les Pieds des Samson 2016, Vernet makes Condrieu, but this is the Vendée de Colline Rodanienne, so it's not a Condrieu. And the wrong region for Marianne Sepp Munster, which is Steiermark. For the red wines, so we have a wrong region here as well. It's not from Baden, it's from Finger Lakes, the Seneca Lake. Henri Germain, Claude Mouche, 2015, Merceau, it's correct. And Henri Germain is a producer from Merceau and the vineyard en Merceau as well. Bruno Laurenson is a famous producer from Mercure and Notre-Uli. For Burlotto, Canubi 2010. It's in Verduno, but he has a very, very tiny parcel in Canubi, so he produced Canubi, and this is correct. And for Montevertine, Le Pergole Torte, 2005, so Le Pergole Torte wasn't produced in 84, 89, 91, 2002, or 2005, so it's non-exist. And Palladius is a white wine and not a red wine. So it's in the wrong placement. For the last wine, it's no mistake. That's it.
And sometimes this competition, it takes a long time to wait and wait and wait. But we actually do have a result. So I will ask William Wouters, the president of the ASI, Association de la Sommellerie Internationale, to come up and announce the winner. Tu fais un briefing avec lui. We should also, of course, our stars, we should ask the finalists to come up on stage as well. Yeah.
Okay. Great moment here. You ready?
Maybe William should explain. We will start with the third place. Because, I mean, you know, this is a show in the end. We will start with the third place, and then, of course, then we'll present the winner. And we shouldn't forget the second place because, you know, you can applaud on everything. But and the rest of you semifinalists and quarterfinalists, you will know your placement tonight during the dinner. So starting with third place.
Okay, the third place is for Zuvat Zlatic. Okay, the moment we have all been waiting for, and certainly one of these two fantastic sommeliers. The winner is Salvatore Castano. You do. Thank you.
Well, thank you everyone. I mean, I would have never bet a cent on me to be in the final and to win. That's very unexpected. But it's been a very incredible time in Cyprus. I would like to thank all of you, all of the committee, all the Cyprus Association has been incredible. And of course, the President, the Italian President Giuseppe Vaccarini, for allowing me to. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Put it on. Yeah. You mentioned Nina as well. You mentioned Nina. Don't forget.
Okay. And now a big round of applause for number 2, Nina, please. Okay. If you want to take pictures, you can come now nearer to the stage, no problem. So we leave you 10-15 minutes to take pictures of the finalists, the winner, no problem. And afterwards, please leave the room. Okay, thank you very much.
On va avoir du temps pour un barbu cru, hein, quand on rentre. Hein.
Just to be informed that the buses will leave from where you came this morning, okay? At 5:30. 5:30 the buses are leaving for the gala dinner from the location that you arrived this morning. Thank you.